pick on those senses again, looking inwards with your eyes, feeling all those sensations that might be coming up. Remembering there's going to be some big ones, some sensations that you can't ignore, like maybe how you're sitting, or something that's sharp, or something that's really uncomfortable, something that might be feeling really, really good. And then there's going to be some sensations that are really not, you don't really want to bother with them too much because they're really kind of on the sidelines. They're just small and maybe not as substantial as the other ones, but do please pay attention to those as well. I like to say that they're more subtle, or like little whispers. And I'd like you just to open up a little bit more and be open to those. Move your awareness up into your head, noticing the way the thoughts are moving around up there. Is it busy up there today? Is it quiet up there in your mind? Is there some space? What kind of thoughts are moving around up there? Are this the same sort of thoughts, or are they all over the place in a big jumble? In yoga, we work on trying to quiet the mind. The mind is always going to be active, but we're trying to just maybe settle it down just a little bit, not have it be so chaotic and busy. Taking time just to be with ourselves. Usually we're way too busy for that, or we make ourselves too busy for that. Now bring your awareness to your breath. And notice the breath moving in and out of your body. Some of you might have all of a sudden just started to breathe. You might have noticed that. And just notice how the breath is moving in and out of your body. This is one thing I really like to work on a lot, is how you breathe. Really paying attention to the breath. It's something that we totally take for granted, but it's something that we really need. I mean, if we're not breathing, we are not. We don't exist. So we really need to get a little bit more closer and on our breath, and really pay attention to it. Really notice what it's doing at any given moment. It's kind of like what makes us tick. And with every breath, allow that breath just to get a little bit deeper, a little bit slower. Let's place one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart. And see if we can create some connection there with the beating of the heart and the breath moving in and out of the body. Just noticing what you can notice today. Today, do you feel the beating of your heart? Keep trying to focus inwards just a little bit more. Do you feel the breath moving through your body? Do you feel it getting deeper? Do you feel it getting fuller? Remembering through our practice, we try not to critique or judge ourselves. I know it's difficult. I'm guilty. I'm very guilty of it. So something I need to work on. We do it to ourselves. So try not to. Try to practice that ahimsa, which means nonviolence, and it goes as deep as judgmental and criticizing ourselves. Allow that breath just to get a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. You might notice as you're moving this breath around and it's getting deeper and fuller that the heartbeat might become a little bit gentler and softer. Maybe you can feel some space between the beats. You want to find a nice rhythm to the heartbeat. We don't want it fast, but we also don't want it too slow. We want a nice balance. It's like a nice balance through the breath. Okay, and then on your next breath, let's bring our arms above our head, open up our eyes and give ourselves a nice big stretch. Big stretch, stretch up as high as you possibly can and root down as much as you possibly can. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands down, and then we're going to actually stand up. So go slow because we've got our eyes closed, so we've been breathing, and we're going to stand all the way up. So root your feet down, maybe wiggle your toes for a moment, maybe bend your knees a little bit just to wiggle out any tension that might be in the knees or the toes or your hips. Maybe wiggle your hips around a little bit. And then stand up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to bring our hands up above our heads, and we're just going to place our hands together. So the mind-body connection, just above our heads, elbows can be bent, soften through the shoulders, open up through your heart. You can close your eyes if you like, you don't have to. Pull in through your belly and then resume your breathing if you haven't already, or you might have been holding your breath there, but try to do that belly breathing again, that yogic breathing, filling your whole body up, emptying yourself out. See if you can press down through your big toe. Press right down into your big toe, and then press right down into your little toe as well. So big toe and little toe are pressing down. And then from the big toe, feel that inside arch pressing down all the way into the heel, and then moving around the heel up that outer side of the foot into the little toe. So feel a nice connection there. And then bring the arms up and reach up as high as you can. Grab hold of the left wrist, stretch it up a little bit, and then do a little side bend here. Just going as far as you can go. Keeping those feet fully connected. And then inhale, lift up. Release that left wrist. Grab hold of the right wrist, and then lean over towards the other side. Inhale, lift up. We'll do that one more time. Grab hold of the left wrist. Exhale it over. And we're going slow here, moving with our breath. Taking our time. Grab hold of the right wrist and move it over towards that left side. Inhale, lift up. Then exhale, let's bring our arms into cactus arms, spreading out those fingers. Still feel a nice connection with the ground beneath us. Draw those elbows back a little bit. Maybe even see if we can draw the hands back a little bit. Soften through the shoulders. Don't force anything or struggle. Take a big breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to just do a little twist over towards the left side, keeping our feet firmly planted. And then inhale, come back to center, over towards the right side. And just keep noticing different sensations in your body and how this maybe affects your breath. Let's go over and exhale towards the left side again. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale over towards the right side. Inhale back to center. Bring the arms all the way up again. Grab hold of the right wrist. Bend over towards the left side. Inhale, lift up. Arms to cactus arms. And then twist towards the left. Come back to center. Bring the arms up. Grab hold of the left wrist. Over towards the right side. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, back to cactus arms, and then twist towards that right side. And come back to center. Do that one more time. Inhale, the arms all the way up. Grab hold of the left wrist, no right wrist, and over towards the left side. Inhale, lift up, cactus arms, and twist towards the left. Come back to center. Arms come up. Left wrist, go over towards the right side. Come back up, reach up as high as possible, then come back into your cactus arms and twist towards the right side. Good. Come back up to center. Reach the arms all the way up. I'm going to open up our arms and do a little bit of a forward bend. Bend into your knees. See if you can reach down towards your toes. You might reach there, might not. And then bring it halfway up. Plant your hands on your thighs. Create a nice flat back here. Draw your elbows close in towards the sides of your body. And then lengthen here through your back, through your neck. Really root down through those feet. Stick your bottom out. Hold it here. Pull in through your belly. You're bending into your knees. Your knees are not straight. You might feel some activity here behind the hamstrings. Keep breathing here. Notice how you're feeling. And then inhale, you're going to bend into the knees a little bit more. Open up your arms and bring yourself all the way up. Reaching up as high as you can. Again, grab hold of that right wrist over towards that left side. Inhale, lift up, cactus arms, twist towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. Arms come up, reach up, grab hold of that left wrist over towards the right side. Inhale to lift. Exhale, cactus arms, and then twist towards the right. Inhale, come back up to center, arms come up. Open up your arms nice and wide, forward bend, reaching down towards your toes. Inhale, halfway up, nice lengthen through your back. We'll move into a cow, so drop the belly, open up through your chest and through your throat. Exhale, round out your back into your cat. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly, open up through your cow. Exhale, round up into your cat. One last time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to your nice level tabletop, lengthening through your back. And then bend into the knees a little bit more. Open up your arms nice and wide and bring yourself all the way up. Reaching up as high as you can. And then exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Just hold it here. Close your eyes for a moment. And again, maybe noticing again your heartbeat. If you want to place your hands on your heart or your tummy to notice if you're breathing or if the heart is beating, go ahead. Just notice what's going on in the body. The more we can tune into what's happening within us, when there's chaos all around us, this will help to balance out any emotions. Find some gratitude, find some security. that we know that we're breathing, that we know our heart is beating, that we know we have the ground underneath our feet and we're supported in where we are, even though there's chaos all around us in so many ways. Okay, let's inhale the arms all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Shift the weight into your right foot and then lift your left knee up. Hold it up. And then we're going to cross it. So we're going to cross it underneath the knee. Cross it underneath the knee. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. Might be a wall or something. And see if you can focus on something in front of you that's not moving. You're going to have a little bend in your knee, in your supporting leg. Root down through your whole foot. Hold yourself here. Take a few breaths. You're very welcome to bring the foot down too if you need a little bit more support, if you need to hold on to something. It's okay. And then let's see if we can bring our arms up above our heads. It might happen, it might not. You just do the best you can. If you need to bring that left foot down to support yourself a little bit, do that. And then bring your hands back towards your heart. And then take that left foot and bring it down. Try not to wiggle. Just take a moment and just notice as those sensations move away. There's going to be some strong ones and some subtle ones. Just notice them moving all the way as that left foot totally connects back into the ground. Okay, let's move into the left foot. So push your weight into that left foot. Take the right foot and then bring that knee up. Bring it up to wherever feels comfortable. Try to stand up as tall as you can. Focus in front of you. Hold on to something if you need to. And then take that leg and just bring it underneath the knee. So you're just pressing onto your shin. Your foot is flexed. If you need to bring the toe down, bring the toe down. So it's not quite a tree pose. And just hold it there. Might be a little bit more difficult on this side. Notice that. Okay, and then let's see if we can take those arms again and bring them up above our heads. Hold it there. Breathe. Notice if you're holding your breath or not. Notice all the activity that's happening in that supporting leg. And then bring those hands back down towards your heart. Bring that right foot down beside it. Try not to move. Try to notice. You might notice some activity in that left hip, maybe in the thigh, maybe the back of the knee, maybe in the toes. Notice what you notice. And then let's inhale both arms up, reaching up as tall as we can. And then exhale, open up your arms and come all the way down to reach down towards your toes. We'll come up halfway, move into a cow, move into a cat, move into one more cow, and then reach down towards those feet again. If you can, plant your hands. I'm going to reach back with that right leg and then bring the knee down. If you need to put something underneath your knee, put something underneath your knee. So we're in a little lunge here. Okay, so find your lunge, find your balance. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and that's perfectly fine. When you're ready, see if you can bring your arms up, and we'll bring our arms into cactus arms again. Okay. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale back into cactus arms, and we're going to twist towards that left side. We might not go very far. Then inhale back to center. Arms come up, fingers to touch. Exhale, cactus arms again, and twist towards the right side. Just do what you can do. Inhale, come back to center. Arms come up. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Okay, so we're going to take that left foot and we're going to bring it back. We can go onto the knees and come into a plank this way or a regular plank. You decide what you're going to do. And then bring yourself all the way down. So knees can come down all the way down to the ground. And then you can move yourself into a little cobra. And then child's pose. Reach down, child's pose. Forehead on the ground, reach those arms out. Next breath, push yourself up into a table. We'll do one cow, then curl the toes and bring yourself into a downward dog. If you need to use a chair or anything to get into your downward dog, go for it. Just gonna take a peek at what everyone's doing here. Remember, this is your practice, make it your own. So anything that feels better in your body, do that. Okay, bring those knees down. We're going to take our right foot this time and bring it forward. Okay, so we're in a little lunge with our right foot forward. Find the balance there. And then bring your arms up. Come this way. Okay, so everyone's up with their arms. If you need to have something underneath your knees, put something underneath your knees. Just trying to find balance sometimes is a little tricky. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms into cactus arms. And then inhale, lift up again. Exhale into cactus arms. And we're going to turn towards the right side. So do a little twist. Inhale, back to center. Arms come up. Back to cactus arms. And you're going to twist towards the other side. Trying to keep that knee right over the ankle. Inhale, back to center. Arms come up. Exhale, the hands come back down. Bring that right knee down, back. So you're in a table. Move yourself into your cow. And then child's pose. Take a couple breaths in child's pose. And then we're going to bring ourselves back into a table, moving back into our cow, and then back into our downward dog. If you don't want to do downward dog, you can do a cat or you can do child's pose. It's entirely up to you. So you just do what you can do. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need. You can use a chair. So be open to different possibilities and explore and be curious. Okay, on the next breath, bring your knees down. So we're back into our tabletop. And we're going to bring ourselves all the way up onto our knees, tucking the toes, bringing the arms up. So we're on our knees now. Remember, if it's too much for the knees, don't come on your knees. You can sit. You can have something underneath the knees. And we're going to bring our arms into cactus arms. So inhale the arms back up. Exhale, cactus arms. Twist towards the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Arms come up. Exhale, cactus arms and twist. Inhale, back to cactus arms. Arms come up. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Come back into your table. Cow. Cat. table. Take a step forward with your right foot. Bend with your left foot. So you're in a forward fold now. Bend into your knees, open up your arms nice and wide, and then bring yourself all the way up. Reach up as tall as you can, and then exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Did I just get out of vision? Okay. Go this direction. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to keep the weight in both feet for a moment. Then shift the weight into that right foot. Take your left foot, knee, and bring it up again. We're going to cross it again underneath that knee. So the left ankle is underneath the knee. Hold it there for a moment. Then when you feel confident, take that left foot and you're going to reach it right back. Almost like on a railroad track. Plant that foot about 45 degrees. So we're going to bring ourselves into warrior one. Okay, rooting down through both feet firmly. Okay, you should have nice balance here. The right knee is right over top of the ankle. Going to open up the arms nice and wide. Take the right arm, bring it underneath the left arm, and bring ourselves into eagle arms. Okay, so finding some balance here. Soften through the shoulders. Okay, on an inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg and then reach those fingers up. You might even want to do a little back bend. That's perfectly fine too. On your exhale, bend into the knee, and you can even come forwards and down a little bit. So inhale, you're going to lift. Straighten that front knee. Exhale, bring yourself down. Okay, no, moving nice and slow with your breath. Just being aware of what's going on in your body. Inhale to stay, come up. Exhale, come back down. Next inhale, we're going to come up and we're going to stay up there for a few breaths. So root down through your feet as equally as you possibly can. Create a nice strong core here. Be aware what's happening through your shoulders and your back. Where can you soften just a little bit more? Try not to struggle here. Taking one more breath here. On your exhale, bend into the knee, bring the elbows down, and then come forwards a little bit. Find a place where you can balance here. So you go to where you find some balance. You can go as low as you like, or you can come up a little bit higher. You can maybe even hug those elbows a little bit more towards your chest. Try to find a place where you can be still and find total balance. You might have to wiggle around to adjust a little bit. Make sure you're breathing. Notice what's happening in your face. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to inhale, come back up. Unwind the arms, open them up nice and wide. Clasp them behind us. So clasp the hands. See if you can bring the whole palm together. You might have to bend your elbows a lot. This might be accessible to you. If it's not, then just do the best you can. Open up through your heart. Soften through the shoulders. Just stay here for a moment. You might have your hands pressed onto your sacrum. So you can stay here. You want to go a little bit more, maybe grab hold of your wrists, or maybe grab hold of your forearms, or maybe grab hold of your elbows. And just keep yourself here. Keep breathing. Notice what's happening in your feet, in the rest of your body. Are you able to focus and be in the moment, or is the mind wandering all over the place? One more breath here. And then release the arms. Open them up nice and wide into a T. Then bring your hands back towards your heart. You're going to put the weight back into your right foot, coming forwards, and then taking that left foot and bringing it back underneath that knee. Finding some balance here. Again, hold it here. See if you can soften, find a moment of balance, and then take that left foot and bring it right beside the right foot, and then bring the arms down. Close your eyes a moment. Just go inwards. That was a lot. Notice how you did. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Noticing all the different sensations that might have come out of that. Okay, let's try the other leg now. So open up your eyes, focus on something. Bring your hands towards your heart, body-mind connection. So you have equal weight between both feet. And now you're gonna put that weight into that left foot, shifting the weight, and then you're gonna take that right leg and bring it up and underneath that knee, flexing that foot. So again, remember, you can do what you need to do. That toe could come down to create a little bit more support. It could be hanging onto a wall or a table or a chair. Try to stand up as tall as you can. My leg is wobbling all over the place. It's just trying to find its balance. Okay, now you're going to take that right leg and bring it back behind you, almost like a railroad track, planting it at about 45 degrees. So you can adjust the width of the feet, and you're bending into that left knee. Okay, and then we're going to bring the arms up, coming into our warrior, or warrior one. Just wiggling around until you can find where you feel really supported. Might need to bring the legs out a little bit wider or bring them closer. And just find a really good place where you feel totally supported in this position. And that you're breathing and you're focusing. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms out nice and wide into a T. And we'll go back into eagle arm. So the left arm is going to come underneath the right arm. And if for some reason you did this side for the others, when we just did it, well then move your arms in the other direction. Okay. So hug those elbows in towards your chest to begin with. Soften through your shoulders. And when we're twisting our arms away around, you just do the best you can. You might only be able to twist your hands. You might not be able to twist all the way as much as I can. So, and it really honestly doesn't matter. You're built the way you're built. So just find a place where you can be here. You're rooting down through both feet. You feel supported. You feel content in where you are. Okay, on your next inhalation, you're going to take those arms and you're going to just reach them up. Fingers reach up. Remember not to force it. Oh yeah, we're stretching out through that left knee. So straightening out both legs, reaching up the arms. And then on your exhale, you're going to bend back into that left knee and you're going to move yourself forwards. And again, go slow. Find your balance. Notice what's happening in the body. On your next inhalation, come back up. Reach the arms up. Straighten out that front knee. And then as you exhale, move back and come forwards. Just go slow, making any adjustments that you need to make. You know how it feels in your body. Moving slow, straightening out that front leg, reaching the arms up on the inhale. And then exhale, moving back down again. Taking your time. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Next time we're inhaling and lifting, we're going to stay there for a few moments. See if we can settle into this pose. Keep rooting down equally through both feet. You might notice that you've lifted away from one foot. See if you can create some connection there. You might notice that you're struggling or straining through your upper back, so maybe bring your elbows down a little bit more. Or maybe don't twist your arms so tight. Notice what you're doing in your jaw too. Sometimes the tendency is that we will twist and we'll also grind our teeth together or hold our breath. Notice what's happening here. Okay, on your next exhale, we're going to bend back into that knee and we're going to come forward. So we're going to stay there for a couple of breaths. See if we can find a place where we can settle here. You just go to where you can go. It might not be very low. You just go to where you can go. Breathe, focus. Notice what's happening, how your body's responding, what your mind is doing. Okay, on your next breath, come back up, keeping a bend into that knee. Unwind the arms, nice and slow. Open them up, expand through your chest. And then you're going to bring the arms back behind you. And if you can remember how you were clasping your hands on the other way, see if you can do it the opposite way. So whatever thumb is on top, see if you can bring your wrists together. Creating the elbows are bent. And just open up here. Soften through the shoulders. Still root down through both feet equally. So you can stay here, or if you want, you can maybe see if you can grab hold of the wrists. Or move your fingers and see if you can grab hold of the forearms or maybe even onto the elbows. Find a place where it works for you. And you might be thinking, well, I was able to do this yesterday or the day before or last week and now I can't do it. Well, that's okay. Every day we're a different person. We change, we evolve, and different situations happen and it makes us feel differently. So it's okay. If you've noticed these things, that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, let's take one more breath here. And then release. Bring the arms back towards your heart. We're going to take a step forwards. And we're going to take that right leg and the right ankle is going to come right back underneath that left knee. The knee can be as bent as you like on your supporting leg. See if you can find some balance here. If you fall out of it, bring it back. And then bring that right foot right beside the left foot. Bring the arms down. Close your eyes and acknowledge, be aware, and notice all the things that are happening at this moment. Notice your breath, notice the way the heart is beating, notice all the different sensations. There's going to be majorly a lot of sensations happening through your body. You might be able to pick up on some of those big ones for sure, and see if you can notice some of those smaller ones. Okay, you can open up your eyes and shake out your arms. Bring our legs a little bit wider apart, and we're just gonna do a little gentle twist. You can keep your feet securely on the ground, or you might want to just go onto one toe and the other toe, just moving back, just little twists. If you feel like it, you can maybe just pat different areas of your body. Maybe where your kidneys are. Maybe where some lymph nodes are. Maybe the tops of the shoulders. I'm saying pat gently, okay? Don't slap yourself silly. Okay, so the next time you're doing a little twist towards the right side, we're just gonna reach up. As if you were reaching for something in that far right corner. You're gonna reach your right arm back. So you're up on the left toes and your right foot is connected. So hold it there for a moment. Don't reach so much that you tip over. Feel yourself totally supported here. And then on your next breath, move back across and twist in the opposite way. So your right arm is reaching up towards that left top corner. Nice stretch through your body. You're rooted down through that left foot, up on the tippy toe of your right foot, or making any adjustments you need to make. And then bring yourself back. Walk your feet back to Tadasana. Okay, and then we're gonna do my favorite pose, which, you know, I think everybody knows, Malasana, the squat, because something I think everyone should be able to do within reason. So we're going to inhale the arms up, and then exhale, kind of sit, go down as far as you can, and then come all the way back up here again. Reach up as high as you can, and then exhale, come all the way down. We're just gonna do that a couple of times, and then once we need to get down, you can use whatever you need, means are available to you to get down on into a seat. We'll do that a couple more times. Getting into those hips, into the knees. Being aware. And again, if something doesn't feel good, make any adjustments that you need to make. Okay, we'll do that one more time, reaching up. And then when you're ready, you can come all the way down. Maybe you need to bring your hands down. Maybe you need to wiggle around. Maybe you need to make any adjustments. And then you're gonna sit down onto the ground. We're gonna reach our legs out in front of us. So if you wanna sit on something, you can. Reach your legs out. Maybe your knees have a little bit of a bend in them. So sitting up nice and tall here. You can always put something underneath your knees too, if that doesn't feel very good. Okay, pull in through the body, through your belly, soften through your shoulders. Just hold yourself here. Just noting different things. Okay, let's take our right leg and bring it in. So your right leg is coming in. It might be down around your shin, or it might be in the inside of your thigh, making any adjustments there. If you need to put something underneath that knee, put something underneath it to help to support it if you need to. Okay, we're gonna inhale the arms up. And I'm gonna just reach towards those left toes. You might be able to touch them, you might just wave at them a little bit, and then bring your arms down to wherever you feel comfortable here. So we're bending right here from the hip flexors here, where the hips connect to the thigh. So we're not bending through your midsection. We're bending at the hips. You have the hinge there. Soften through your shoulders. Don't force it. And then inhale, come all the way back up again. Good. We're going to twist towards that right knee. Bring the arms up. And the left hand is going to reach towards those left toes. They might touch, you might wave at them, and that's fine. You can bring that arm down to wherever it goes. And that right arm is just going to reach up. So stretching right through this right side of the body, right in through that armpit. You can bend the elbow as much as you need to. You don't need to come all the way down onto that leg. Just as notice that if you can feel any sensation. Once you feel some sensations, you can stop. Okay, and then inhale, come all the way back up. Reach the arms back down, and then stretch out both legs. And you can do a little bend and release of the legs. And then take that right leg in this time. And don't think that just because one leg did one thing that the other leg's going to do exactly the same thing. More than likely not. So just be knowledgeable about that. Put something underneath that knee if you need some support. Right foot is flexed. And we'll bring the arms up back up. And we'll go forwards. Remember, we're bending from that hip crease. Okay, and bring the arms down. You might reach the toes, you might wave at them, and then just allow the arms to rest down. We're not forcing it. Just try to see if you can soften here. And then walk your hands back up. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the arms up again. We're going to twist towards that left knee. Take the right arm, and you're going to reach it down towards those right toes. They might wave at the toes. They might reach the toes. Just bring the arm down, nice and comfortable. And then that left arm is just going to stretch. You can have an elbow reach. Notice what you're doing with your head too. You don't want to strain in the neck. Create some openness in through that left side of the body, through the armpit. Remembering to practice nonviolence, ahimsa. Being kind. And then on your next inhalation, bring those arms back up and then bring them down. Stretch out those legs, maybe give them a little shake. Good. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. If you need to put something underneath the head, go ahead. Bend, keep the knees bent. Have the hands down by your sides. Push into your feet. Your knees are pretty much underneath, right over top of your ankles. We're going to take a breath in. Just bring those hips up just a little bit. Don't turn your head. Keep your throat open. And then exhale, bring the hips down. So we're just doing a little half bridge here. We're not going up very high. So inhale, lift up the hips. Don't turn your head. Keep your throat open. Exhale, bring the hips back down. One more time. Inhale to lift. And then exhale. Bring those hips down. Take a moment here. And then stretch out those legs. Bring the palms face up, bring them alongside your body or on your body or wherever you want to release. Close your eyes and totally give in to your Savasana. Let go of any control that you have on your breath. Just watch your natural rhythm of breathing totally take over. With every breath,
Allow yourself to soften and relax. You're very welcome to stay here for as long as you like. The benefits of Savasana are huge. This is when everything from your practice becomes integrated into your physical body, into your mind, into your consciousness and subconsciousness. And when it's time to come out, bring your awareness to everything that's around you. The dog licking, drinking water in the bowl. I don't know if you can hear that. She's very loud. Allow your breath to deepen. Bring some movement back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. When you're ready, giving yourself a nice big stretch. Lengthen. Feel yourself growing a little bit taller. And then roll over onto your side, supporting your head with your arm. And then push yourself up, coming into a seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let it out with a great big sigh. Do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Big sigh out. 1 more time. Breathe, breath in. Sigh it out. Good. Bring your hands towards your heart. Bow your head. Give yourself some gratitude for breathing, for taking the time to notice what your body's doing, what your mind is doing, what your breath is doing, how everything affects everything else. That when you do something, the effects are like a little ripple through your body, through your mind, and through everything that you do affects everything else, not only to yourself, but to others and what happens into the world. Let's finish our practice today, taking a breath in through the nose, sigh it out. Breathe in for 1 Om. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Does anyone have any questions? I guess Elizabeth has to unmute you or I won't know.
So any questions?
Well, I can't lunge because of
Well,
my knees. So I wonder what the alternative.
Then the alternative is you don't bring the knee down, you stay up.
Okay.
You stay up. You just don't bring the knee down. You still do a lunge. So
Still, okay.
so you can do a lunge. You can still do a lunge like this,
Yes.
or the foot like when we were doing Warrior One. That kind of lunge. You can be holding onto something as well too. You can still do the same thing. Yeah. Or you just do the arms. You just do a portion of what we were doing. You stay seated and you just do what we were doing in our upper body. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. So if for absolutely anything that we practice, if one part isn't working for you, you can break it down and do bits and pieces. That's always an option. Always an option. Because not everything is going to feel beneficial to everybody at a given time.
Right. I know
Yes.
there are always options, but actually it's interesting that you're saying to break it down and do either one or the other, because I don't always want to
Yes.
ask at the moment, oh, what,
No,
interrupting. But that's a good thing to do either the bottom or the top or the, but you can. Thank you.
You don't have to.
It's great.
You might just want to do, maybe even just staying in one of the poses that works for you. And then just sometimes just imagining yourself doing it. That's just as beneficial. Just imagine yourself. No, really, honestly.
I like that.
I do that so often when I'm trying to figure out sequences. I'll go to sleep and then I'll imagine myself doing the sequence, but I'm not going to be doing it in my body. I'm just doing it in my mind. That is really powerful. I don't know if any of you have ever tried that.
Visualization.
Oh, yeah.
Visualization, right?
Very, very, very powerful.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very powerful. And honestly, you're going to get majority of the same benefit.
Wow. Wow.
Because your mind, your brain connects to those muscles. So you might not be doing the pose, but your body really doesn't know that. If your brain is going through the motions, you're going to have some contractions in those muscles.
Wow.
Try it sometime.
Marlene, Marlene,
Yes.
I'm going to visualize leaving the message.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. See, it worked.
Hey, have a great day. Bye. So yeah, try to use that visualization because it really does work. Bye, Meg. Bye.
I know that visualization really works, but I never thought of doing it actually during, when you're, because
Why not? Why not?
well, exactly. Never thought of it. Thank you. That's great. It's great.
do it.
Super.
Bye, Deborah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, whoever else is leaving.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Isabel. Bye. Nice to see you.
Nice to
Bye.
see you. Thank you.
So I actually have a question
Yes,
about
please. Yes.
well, I mean, these sessions are really great. I'm really appreciating it because because I'm not able to do regular exercise at my centre sportif, and I find that you're great.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just wondering, like, don't you have to charge us sometime? I mean, what's the business model that you're using?
I'm getting support from the Arundel Legion and a government grant. So don't worry.
Have you, in the past, what have you done? Do you have a studio or what?
Don't worry about it. I'm getting paid.
Yeah, okay, I'm just curious. Did you you must have had a studio or worked in a studio at some point? Not that works now, and if it's in Arundel, it's never going to work for me. But.
don't work in a studio. I did every once in a while teach at one in Mont Tremblant, but I'm actually a traveling yoga teacher. So I teach in different places in Arundel, and I teach in different places like in Namur and Lac de Plage.
Wow.
I teach outside. I do a lot of things like yoga kayak, where I kayak. You know, we go kayaking and then we do yoga at the beach. Kind of, it's, you know, like it's a few hours. Yeah. And yeah, you had fun. Huh?
Okay,
And,
excellent. Thank you very
like-
much.
outdoor yoga, you know, we do a lot of stuff outside. I'm going to be doing some yoga snowshoeing and things like that. And I offer also yoga retreats. So I'm kind of all over the place. So this actually concept of online is very new to me. I don't normally do this, but it's, you know, we need to adjust and move with the changes that we have. I mean, these are